Hello everyone, this is Dr. Joe Dione. Have you ever found it challenging to perform your household chores due to a loss of balance or some increase in discomfort and pain? Join me in this video as we talk about a few tips on how to improve your ability to perform those everyday tasks around the house. The first types of tasks that I would like to discuss are sweeping and mopping. Now, most of us favor our dominant side when performing those tasks. For example, I am right-handed, so typically if I were going to sweep or mop, I would hold the tool like this and move back and forth. But I want to remind myself that about 50% of the time I want to be switching to my non-dominant hand to even out the movements. This will help strengthen my balance, decrease the likelihood of a strain in my low back, and it also makes sure that I am not putting the mop or broom too far out away that I might lose my balance by having my center of gravity too far away. Next, let's talk about vacuuming. This is a similar concept where most of us will choose to favor our dominant side. Again, being right-handed, I would typically hold the vacuum in my right hand and push it away from me. But about 50% of the time, I want to remember to switch to my non-dominant hand and go in that direction. Also, it's important to step with the vacuum, one leg at a time if you can, if you have the balance for that. If not, take small steps with the vacuum and then come back. Again, we do not want to reach too far away and lean forward. This puts strain on our low back. It also offsets our center of gravity and increases our chance of falling over. Now, let's talk about washing the dishes. If you are washing them in the sink standing up, you may find it useful to open up both of the cabinet doors before you start washing the dishes, and that gives you a small lip to place your foot up one side at a time, and this can help to reduce the strain in your low back if you're feeling discomfort there. Now, if you do not feel that you have a strong enough balance to be able to do that, then please do not do that. Keep those cabinet doors closed and bring over a tall stool, and that will help bring you high enough up so that you can reach over and wash the dishes without leaning in too far into the sink, because again, that can increase our risk of a fall by bringing our center of gravity too far out. Now, if you have a dishwasher and you're doing a pre-rinse, you may want to wash those dishes and place them in a drying rack. Then get perhaps a dining room chair, which is lower to the ground, and sit down and take from the counter of the drying rack and place them into the dishwasher. This helps decrease the strain on our low back so that we're not twisting and bending down. And it also helps us if we find that sometimes we lose our balance when we do that by going up and down too many times. This will prevent that for us. Next, I would like to discuss doing the laundry. First, we want to make sure that as we are collecting the laundry and bringing it to the laundry room, that we always place it in a basket that is small enough that we can hold it in just one hand and rest it against us so that we have our other hand to grab something if we start to lose our balance. This is most important if we are going up and down flights of stairs. Next, as we get to the washing machine, if we do not have a table nearby, we want to set that basket up on top of the dryer, and then we can place the items into the washing machine, add the detergent, and set our cycle. Once the wash is done, if we find that it's challenging to lean in, if we have a top load washer and it's challenging to lean in, then we may want to look at purchasing those pincher grab sticks so that we can pick up articles of clothing and then we can place them into the dryer. Alternatively, if you find that you lose your balance sometimes when bringing items from washer to the dryer, you can sit down in a chair and use that grab stick to pull things out that way also. Or you can take them out, place them in the basket. I know they're wet, but it's important to do this step if you need help with your balance. Then you can sit down and take them from the wet basket and place them into the dryer. When the dryer is complete, again, you can use that pincher stick to pull things out and place them into the basket, and then carefully carry the basket back to where it needs to go, reminding yourself to always keep your dominant arm available in the event that you need to catch yourself going up or down a flight of stairs. Before we finish this video, I would like to review some important tips. The first when performing household chores is to make sure that we focus on maintaining our balance. We want to even out the use of both sides of our body. This will help decrease the likelihood of a strain or other types of discomfort, and also works to improve our balance. We want to always be using furniture, canes, walkers, and other assistive devices for support as necessary. If we find that it would be better if we sit down in a chair to perform a task, that is fine. We want to limit the use of stairs and the number of times that we are going up and down them while performing chores. We want to take breaks as needed, and this might be because of discomfort or because we feel like we're starting to lose our balance and we want to regain our balance. So we might take a break, sit down, set the chore aside for a little while later. And whenever possible, we want to ask for help. Maybe somebody could bring a load of folded towels upstairs while they're on their way so that we don't have to make an additional trip. And always, please make sure that you talk to your doctor about a plan to put in place for how to safely complete household chores with your balance and heart health in absolute focus. I hope you found this information helpful and use these talking points to start a conversation with your doctor at your next visit to make sure that you both have a customized plan in place for you to safely and effectively perform those household chores. Have a great week and stay safe.